fellow Toastmasters and guests. As Deanna shared, my speech today is titled, What Do You Do After the Fire? The main topic I have today to share about is this. Tragedy is inevitable and staying broken is optional. This is the reason because 10 years ago, I didn't know if I would be on a stage ever again. I believe that I grew up with a normal, loving, and faith-filled family. We worked hard, went to church, and we laughed a lot. One night, everything burned. My brother, in the midst of a mental health crisis that was undiagnosed, brutally took my mom's life, attempted to and nearly took my dad's life, and completely burned down our parents' home. In one night, my life split into two timelines, before the fire and after the fire. There's no preparation manual for anything like this. There's no class in high school or college that states when your life completely collapses, this is how you respond. What there is, though, is a decision. Are you going to let this define you, or are you going to let this develop you? And that's what every human being faces when they walk through trauma. Because tragedy is inevitable, but staying broken is not, or is optional. And hear me when I say this, it's optional. In the months after the fire, I was not inspirational. I was confused. I was angry. I was exhausted. And I was super lost. I didn't want to forgive. I didn't want to speak. I did not want to be strong. I wanted my family back. I wanted my amazing mom back. What I needed was comfort. Because as we all know, pain doesn't reverse itself. You don't survive tragedy by denying it. You survive tragedy by walking through it. One step at a time. One decision at a time, not heroic decisions, small ones. To just get out of bed, to make it to that counseling appointment, to have that hard conversation, to show up even when you don't feel like it, to cancel those plans when you know that it's way too much for you that day, to forgive even when anger is still present. That's how resilience is built. Not in a moment, but in repetition. When I started writing my book, Evil Among Us, which is a great resource, by the way, I thought I was just sharing my family story. But what I realized was something deeper. I wasn't just writing about murder. I was writing about what happens next. What happens next when your marriage falls apart, your business fails, that diagnosis comes, that car crash happens out of nowhere, when your trust is shattered. Same details, different question. What do you do after the fire? Today, I own a CrossFit gym and I train people physically, but what I really train is belief. Because when someone walks in overweight, they aren't battling calories, they're battling shame and poor health. When someone picks up my book to read it, they aren't looking for true crime details, they're looking for hope. And that's my platform, not tragedy, transformation. We're living in a time where everybody is overwhelmed, overstimulated, overmedicated, overexposed, but we're under-equipped with how to deal with suffering. We numb it, we scroll past it, we avoid it. But pain ignored becomes pain amplified. The breakthrough in my life didn't come when the pain stopped, it came when I stopped running. When I chose forgiveness, not because he deserved it, but because I deserved freedom. When I chose faith, not because I had the answers, but because I needed an anchor so desperately in the immense chaos. When I chose to speak, not because it was comfortable, but because staying in the silence was far too heavy. You can control what you become because of it. That is the thesis of my book. That is the foundation of my speaking. And that is the heartbeat of my mission. Maybe your fire isn't literal. Maybe it's quiet. Maybe no one sees it, but it's real. And the worst thing that happens to you does not need to define you. It can deepen you, it can strengthen you, it can clarify you, and it can launch you. Because tragedy is inevitable, but staying broken is what, everybody?
Optional.
It's optional. Staying broken is optional. And what you do after the fire, that's where your power lies. So what will you choose? Thank you.